Hi friends, and welcome to Book a Day for Little Learners. Today we're going to read You're Only Old Once by Dr. Seuss, a book for obsolete children. Let's find out what obsolete means in this story. Obsolete usually means no more. We'll find out what it means. Friends, I hope that you are subscribers and that you've come back to join me for our Dr. Seuss story. For our new people joining in, I hope you choose to subscribe, and I hope everyone enjoys the story enough that they hit that like button. One day you will read in the National Geographic of a faraway land with no smelly bad traffic. In those green pastured mountains of Fort Fuzzy, everybody feels fine at 103 because the air that they breathe is potassium free, and because they chew nuts from the tut-a-tut tree. This gives strength to their teeth, it gives length to their hair, and they live without doctors with nary a care. And you'll find yourself wishing that you were out there in Fata Fizzy and not here in this chair in the Golden Years Clinic on Century Square for spleen readjustment and muffler repair. That's funny. Just why are you here? You're not feeling your best? It says optoglimics and dermaglimics. I like the expression on his face. He looks rather startled. Have you any idea how much these tests are costing you? You've come in for an eyesight and solvency test? Friends, most of us get eye tests. You're supposed to get them about once a year, but I have no idea what a solvency test is. And if you're the type that gets finicky, at this point you'll try to get out of that clinic, but they will outwit you as quick as a winnick. The quiz docs will catch you. They'll start questionnaring. They'll ask you point blank how your parts are all faring. How are you doing? How are you feeling? And your grandfather's parts. And please try to recall if your grandma hurt most in the spring or in the fall. Did your cousins have dreadful wild nightmares at night? Did they suffer such ailments as bus driver's blight? Chimney sweep's stupor or prune picker's plight? And describe the main cause of your uncle's collapse. Too much alphabet soup? Or martinis, perhaps? Friends, Dr. Seuss writes books that are so nonsensical. And he makes up words. He says, but they will outwit you as quick as a winnick. And most people would say quick as a wink. But he says quick as a winnick. And winnick is not a word. And the next thing you know, when you finish that test, it's somehow you've lost both your necktie and vest, and an ogler is ogling your stomach and chest. Those are all words, friends. And to ogle someone or something means you're looking at it. Your escape plans have melted. You haven't a chance. For the next thing you know, both your socks and your pants and your drawers and your shoes have been lost for the day. The oglers have blossomed like roses in May, and silently, grimly, they ogle away. So when it says the oglers have blossomed like roses in May, that's when you get lots of rose blossoms. And so he now has lots of people looking at him for different reasons. What those oglers have learned, they're not ready to tell. Clinicians don't spout their opinions pell-mell. So you're back with the vestibule fish for a spell. Norval won't bring you much comfort, you know, but he's quite sympathetic as clinic fish go. In some waiting rooms they have fish, and so this fish is named Norval. There you'll sit several hours, growing tenser each second, fearing your fate will be worse than you reckon, till finally Miss Becker, your beckoner, beckons. To beckon someone means to call them. So she's calling them, like waving them over, like, come on. Like he's like, me? To a booth where the world-renowned earman, Von Crandall, has perfected a test known as bellows and candle. If the wind from the bellows can't blow out the flame, you failed, and you're going to be sorry you came. Friends, you could not put air in one ear and have it come out the other ear and snuff out that candle. It just couldn't happen, because you have things inside your head, your brain. You'll be told that your hearing's so murky and muddy, your case calls for special intensified study. They'll test you with noises from far and from near, and you'll get a black mark for the ones that you can't hear. And then they'll say, my dear fellow, you're deafer than most. But here's hope, since you're not quite as deaf as a post. We'll study your symptoms. We'll give you a call. In the meantime, go back and sit down in the hall. Oh, look, they have cymbals and cows mooing, trumpets and all, clocks donging and all kinds of things. Oh, my word. Oh, there he is. So you'll find yourself talking to Norval once more, and Norval will think you're a bit of a bore because Norval has heard the same stories before. To this fish, you'll become a plain pain in the neck while you wait once again for Miss Becker to beck. He needs her to call him back. But Miss Becker won't come. With great swish and great swank, you've gained status and rank, and Weldon the Wheeler will say with great pride, "You have qualified, sir. You are now certified as a VIP case. You're entitled to ride. Through thin and through thick, I'll be at your backside." Do you know what it means to be a VIP? VIP are the first letter of each of the words very important person. So now he is a very important person. Dr. Weldon will show you great sights as you go. Right now, you're writing down Stethoscope Row, and I know that, like all our top patients, you're hoping to get yourself stuffed with some fine first-class scoping. So I'm sure you'll be simply delighted to hear that in the Internal Organs Olympics last year, Dr. Schmidt, Smoot, Sinatra, Sylvester, and Fonz won 15 gold medals, 9 silver, 6 bronze. For the moment, however, we'll bypass this bunch. There's plenty of time to see them after lunch. That's a lot of doctors. You must see Dr. Pollen, our allergy whiz. Dr. Pollen will find as he works on your case, if the face powder's wrong on your stepsister's face. He will check your reactions to thumbtacks and glue, catcher's mitt, leaf mold, and cardigans too. Nasturtiums and marble cake, white and blue chalks, anthracite coal and the feathers of hawks, also corn on the cob, also buffalo grease, and how you react when you're stared at by geese. He'll take copious notes, and then I'll hazard a guess that he'll send you downstairs to see Dr. Van Ness. Friends, could you imagine? It's like a treadmill. Treadmills didn't exist when Dr. Seuss wrote this book. But could you imagine a treadmill with a space helmet on? That would be kind of funny. Van Ness has enjoyed a high rate of success in his pioneer work in the study of stress. So you can be sure he will stress you a trifle, means a little bit, and then he'll send you around to see Dr. Van Eiffel. Ooh, they're making him sit on a bed of nails, and they're making him go up and down. That looks, and there's the doctor watching him to see how he's dealing with it. That does not look at all comfortable. Dietitian Van Eiffel controls the woofer, our diet-devising computerized sniffer, on which you just simply lie down in repose. That means lie down like you're in bed, and sniff at good food as it goes past your nose. From caviar souffle to caribou roast, from pemmican patties to terrapin toast. He'll find out by sniff scan the food you like most. Would you like to do that? Would you like to sniff all your food like that? And when that guy finds out what you like, you can bet it won't be on your diet. From here on, forget it. So if you like something, nope, you can't have that anymore. They're only going to give you things you don't like. Oh, look at that maze. Then into the new wing, we'll see Dr. Spreckles, who does the 3 Fs, footsies, fungus, and freckles. And nextly, we'll drop in on young Dr. Gins, our A and S man who does antrums and shins. And of course, he'll refer us to Doctors McGrew, McGuire, and McPherson, and Blinn, and Ballou, and Timkins, and Topkins, and Diller, and Drew, Fitzsimmons, Fitzgerald, and Fitzpatrick too, all of whom will prescribe a prescription for you. Look at all of them. This is Arboretum, tantrums, tendons, his, hers, down, up, Jim, Ginza, oh my ribs. For your pill drill, you'll go to room 663, where a voice will instruct you. Repeat after me. This small white pill is what I munch at breakfast and right after lunch. I take the pill that's Kelly Green before each meal and in between. These long and berry colored pills I take for early morning chills. I take the pills with zebra stripes to cure my early evening gripes. These orange tinted ones, of course, I take to cure my Charlie horse. That's a muscle cramp. Look at all those pills. Oh, my word. They are not candy. I take three blues at 8:30 to show my exhalation rate. On alternate nights at 9 p.m., I swallow pinkies, 4 of them. The reds, which make my eyebrows strong, I eat like popcorn all day long. The speckled browns are what I keep beside my bed to help me sleep. This long flat one is what I take if I should die before I wake. He would never know that, friends. You can't know that you're going to die before you wake. When at last we are sure you've been properly pilled, then a few paper forms must be properly filled so that you and your heirs may be properly billed. Look, it's a conveyor belt of bills. Friends, sometimes as a parent it feels like that you have that many papers to fill out and sign. Whereupon, if you're smart, there's a very good chance that you'll meet soon again with your socks, coat, and pants. Look at, he stick all those different places for his pants, his socks, and his coats. Crazy. There's the outside. And you'll know once your necktie's back under your chin and Norval has waved you Godspeed with his fin, you're in pretty good shape for the shape you're in. Friends, I hope that your doctor visits don't go quite like that. You're Only Old Once by Dr. Seuss. Do you think that Dr. Seuss wrote that when he was old? I think he might have had an experience with the doctors that he thought it was way too much. Friends, I hope you enjoyed this Dr. Seuss story. Please go ahead and hit that thumbs up like button, and I will see you tomorrow for our next Dr. Seuss story.